presentamos con orgullo la vida del pugilista mexicano Esteban La Máquina Osuna.
So excited to chat with you both for La Máquina. I've been halfway through it and I am loving everything I am seeing so far. I would love to start with talking about the physical transformations you both undergo for this show, you know, to get in boxing shape, but also to really exemplify this plastic surgery focused guy. What is it like for both of you really embodying those changes?
Really fun, really fun, and it requires a little bit of sacrifice for both of us. I mean, in different ways. But once we, there was something that once we achieved a certain point of the preparation, it's the best tool you have as an actor, because you have a character, because you play with it, because you have such ownership of what you're doing. You're able to improvise, you're able to play around, you're able to stretch the limits, and play around. So it was wonderful, but for me it was very direct. It was just training a lot of boxing, and getting ready for that. But for Diego was was a lot of trial and error, no?
Yeah. We tried different things. And it was more of a teamwork. I mean, I guess you also did a teamwork, but on this team everyone was working. On my team, it's like everyone was training, because there's like the prosthetics. It's an art, to get to the right level of it and the perfect shape and what we are emulating here, matters. So there was a research that we had to do, and so many reference we saw from real life that were like, oh no, we cannot go that far, but it was interesting. It was interesting, and it's not just the prosthetics, it's the hair and makeup, costume, the set designs, everything tells the story of who this man is and what he's going through. No?
And I love the way it really immerses us in this world and with these characters. And so one thing I'd love to discuss too is, you two are obviously longtime friends in real life, and you came up with the original concept for this show, but how much did you pull from your own friendship in really establishing the relationship these two characters have had throughout the years?
I think it's more of many things we've witnessed together, many people we've met, and stories that are close to each other. Our dynamic is very different than Andy's and Esteban's. It's like we're somewhere else basically. Our dynamic is not based on that power kind of like thing going on, that you have with these two. But it's definitely a great. Our friendship is a great tool, kind of like to give depth to each moment and to find reference that suddenly we can connect easy with. But I think we're making comments on the world we've experienced together.
I love that. And another thing I truly love about the show is that it's all in Spanish. So I love that American audiences like myself can, really engage in another culture. And I'd love to hear what it's like for you both. You had the idea of keeping this in Mexico and all Spanish. How did you go about really ensuring that landed not just for Mexican audiences, but for international audiences as well?
Well, we've had the fortune, and in this case I would mention it was a fortunate thing to grow up always experimenting, listening to different languages. When we were growing up, we like Alfonso Cuarón says, we grew up watching a lot of foreign films, foreign language films, like the 400 Blows, or like the Seven Samurais, or like Jaws, or like Back to the Future. So we always saw, appreciated all this world of these musicalities of different languages, and so we know that for us, this story, it was in Mexico, so therefore it's in Spanish. Like, there's no question about it for us. But also, like, to appreciate and to value the fact that other musicality brings another type of tonality to the show. We're talking about, in this case, for example, we're talking about a story of how to say goodbye from success. A story where losing is a way of gaining your freedom. maybe the correct language to talk about that is in Spanish, because it's a bit more ambiguous, it's a bit more, I don't know, or the gray areas are explored with much more ease in a certain way. And for us, it is more easy to express that, because that's our language. That is where we can fly, So I guess it's a winning scenario in all senses, to do it like this. And but we've got to say that to achieve a project this size, we counted with the great support of Searchlight and Hulu, who were wonderful at betting on this and letting us do all this and helping us and supporting us and being good interlocutors of all our worries and all our desires. So it has been wonderful to be in this situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm glad that they partnered with you to do this show, because again, halfway in, I can't wait to see how it ends already. It's so incredible. I got to get out of here, so I will head on out. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. I truly do appreciate it.
Hay otra cosa que tienes que saber. Me he estado haciendo cosas en la cara.
Se ve bien.
Sí, se ve bien, ¿verdad?
Sí, güey, sí, se ve bien.